Hello, teacher and classmates. This is my work. The main characters of this story are Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, Joe Harper, Becky Thatcher, Joe, Muff Potter, Aunt Polly. Aunt Polly is a woman of a simple soul, and Aunt of Tom Sawyer, religious and very correct, cares a lot about her nephew and her well-being. Tom Sawyer is a troublemaker. After Tom gets into trouble, Aunt Polly, with whom she lives, orders him to whitewash the fence. When his friends see him paint the fence, Tom pretends he loves task of making his friends jealous. Please be allowed to help. Tom Albert gets in trouble, usually with his friends Huckleberry Finn. Together they sneak into the cemetery at night, where they witness Indian Joe killing Dr. Robinson. Tom Hook and his friends Joe Harper fled for a moment, causing the town to believe they were dead. However, they finally return and Tom testifies against Judge Joe in court. Later, the Indian Joe escapes and Tom is terrified of his life. However, his terror doesn't prevent him from causing problems. While he and Huck look for treasure one night, they discover that Indian Joe disguised he as dead and dubbed Spanish. Has his own treasure to bury. Huck agrees to spy on Indian Joe to see where the treasure is buried. Will Tom gets to McDougal Cave with his class for a picnic. During the picnic, Tom and Becky walk away and get lost. Huck discovers that Indian Joe plans to hurt Widow Douglas. He reports on the crime, and the Indian Joe flees the McDougal Cave. Meanwhile, Tom and Becky are lost for several days in the cave. They finally run into the Indian Joe but hit before he sees them. Soon after, Tom discovers how to get off the cave with Becky. He tells Judge Thatcher that Indian Joe gets inside, and the city decides to seal Indian Joe inside the cave. The city celebrates the return of Tom and Becky safe and sound. Judge Thatcher ordered the entrance of the McDougal Sea Cave to be closed and sealed with metal strips. When Tom knows about this, he finally tells the judge that Indian Joe is in the cave. After breaking the door seal, Tom, the judge, and the other citizens found an Indian Joe near the cave entrance, angry and thirsty. When he finds Huck, Tom says he knows where the buried treasure is since McDougal's cave is number 2, having given the treasure on demand. Huck is more willing to return there with Tom. After removing the treasure from the cave, the children return to the city, but are intercepted by Widow Douglas and taken home. In gratitude to Huck for saving his life, Douglas' widow offered to take charge of his education and give him a permanent for him, declaring that Huck is now rich and independent. The story ends with Huck and Tom happy, discuss their plans for the future to become first-class thieves. In the personally, I really like this story. It's very fun to imagine all the adventures lived by Tom.